Hello people and welcome to Credar, and with me today I have the brand new Bajaj Pulsar F250. इस बाइक की कीमत शुरू होती है from rupees 1,40,000 and in this video we are going to talk about the design, the comfort, the features and the performance of this new Pulsar motorcycle. This, as you can notice, is the semi-faired brand new Pulsar, and you also have the Pulsar N250, which is a naked street fighter, but that is a separate video. Before we tell you everything that you need to know about this bike, first let's listen to the exhaust sound. So here goes. You can also hear a few pulsars flying by, and I think this is a throaty exhaust sound, so it will keep you entertained and pleased throughout your riding life on this bike. Now let's start talking about the design of this new Pulsar. The Pulsars have evolved. The Pulsar has been in the Indian market for 20 long years, and Bajaj has dominated the performance mass market motorcycling segment with the Pulsar nameplate. So let me tell you everything about this Pulsar F250.
Bajaj has launched many Pulsar models till date, but the Pulsar 220F is the undisputed king of the ring. For years, the P220F with its semi-faired design has offered fantastic value for money for bikers seeking good looks and thrill. But the clock has been ticking and it is almost time to bid goodbye to the 220F. The replacement for that is this, the Pulsar F250, and it brings to the market a familiar semi-faired design language but in a different flavor. It has no resemblance to the P220F. In fact, it looks like an evolution of the Pulsar AS range from the past. Nevertheless, the Pulsar F250 of 2021 has all new body panels, unlike any of its predecessors. Now, between the Pulsar N250 and F250, the only major change is in the semi-fairing and the handlebar, which is a clip-on unit on the F250. All mechanical bits remain the same, no change whatsoever. The semi-fairing of this motorcycle houses reverse boomerang-shaped LED DRLs, bifunctional LED projector headlamp with a lens cover, smoked front windscreen, mirrors mounted on the fairing, turn indicators mounted on the fairing, and a seamless tank shroud which is a part of the semi-fairing. All of this looks well put together. As I mentioned, with the N250, the decals could have been skipped. Also, the black plastic bits on the fairing and side panels look below average. The clip-on handlebars are painted in black and they house the same backlit switchgear. The Infinity Display speedometer cluster is identical to the N250 with a digital and analog setup, but here there is a little less reflection thanks to the fly screen. Bajaj also offers a useful USB charging point positioned on the fuel tank so that your gear lasts the distance. Everything behind the fuel tank section is identical on the F250 and N250, and we are not really begging for any further differentiation. If you look at either of these bikes from the rear end, the branding decal on the side panel under the pillion seat would be a giveaway of which variant you are looking at. There is also an engine underbelly cowl in body color, but body color options are just two, red and grey for both the motorcycles.
Now this is the biggest Pulsar ever, and what I mean by that is cubic capacity. So let's talk about engine and performance.
When an old formula works for so long, you will be very careful not to mess it up. That is exactly what Bajaj has done with the new Pulsar 250 range. Yes, Bajaj has the liquid-cooled and advanced Dominers on sale and even the sporty NS and RS siblings. But what sells more? The mass market performance brand, the Pulsar. So the brief while developing this new 250cc engine was that it should feel like a Pulsar. Between the F250 and N250, there is zero change in the drivetrain. So you are getting a 249.07cc single cylinder air oil cooled 4-stroke SOHC 2-valve fuel injected motor producing 24.5 PS of power at 8750 rpm and 21.5 Newton meters of torque at 6500 rpm. The old Bajaj Pulsar 220 produces 20.4 PS and 18.55 Newton meters and asks for rupees 1.34 lakh ex showroom as of date. So for just rupees 6,000 more, the F250 is a lot more motorcycle and in a much advanced avatar. Power to weight ratio is 149 PS per ton as compared to 128 PS per ton of the old bike. So there is seriously no contest in which bike is better. The F250 claims to deliver 39 kmpl but expect 30 to 35 kmpl in the real world depending on how heavy you are on the gas. Compared to the old bike, refinement is on a whole new level. This is not just the biggest Pulsar ever but also the most refined Pulsar ever. The 5-speed gearbox matched to a slip and assist clutch is very smooth. The gearbox is precise and we did not notice a false shift even once during our review ride. Bajaj has really upped their game when it comes to NVH and you can actually consider replacing your old Pulsar 220F with the F250. There is noteworthy difference. The new 250cc engine is very tractable, so you can stay in a higher gear at lower speeds effortlessly. Of course, a 6-speed gearbox and liquid cooling would have been nice, but then that would be against the value for money formula of the Pulsar brand. In this segment, only the Suzuki 250cc siblings promise more than the Pulsar 250s, but those bikes are significantly more expensive. So the whole point is that whatever the Pulsar 220F did, the F250 does it better.
Now let's talk about the ride and handling of this Pulsar F250. Is it better than the Pulsar 220F, which has been popular for a really long time? And can this bike replace that motorcycle?
The Pulsar F250 rides on an all-new chassis. This is a tubular frame with the engine as a stretched member, which means you will not see a chassis part under the engine section. The Pulsar NS and RS models have a perimeter frame, but this is more affordable and stiffer in 2 parameters in that comparison and better in every axis compared to the old Pulsar 220F. This is a simple motorcycle for the premium mass market segment, so cost was an important aspect to consider. The ride and handling package is neutral, but the handling is an improvement compared to the old bikes. The F250 feels more planted at every speed and even in corners. While riding hard, the bike feels eager and will allow you to have more fun on your weekend rides. This is no corner carver, but still a reasonably flickable motorcycle with no surprises to scare you. The suspension tune is more towards the comfort side than outright performance because the Pulsar is born for the streets before anything else. Most customers would use these bikes for daily commutes. The seats are comfortable too and there is good room even for a pillion or to load your luggage when you need it. The monoshock at the back is not similar to the NS200. This one does not get the Nitrox gas charging. This of course has been done to cut costs. But the difference is not night and day and this will not influence your buying decision. Bajaj has also tried to keep the rider's triangle similar to the P220F so that customers don't notice a radical change. The clip-on handlebar would make you feel that this is a racy machine, but no, this is a comfortable place to be. Foot pegs are rear set, but you don't lean ahead too much to put weight on your wrist. Bajaj has clearly played it safe, but I guess for the product evolution and customer adoption, this should work. Single channel ABS at this price for me is not acceptable anymore. The government should just put a lid on this loophole in the interest of safety. The MRF Zapper tires are tried and tested and are par for the course.
So guys, what do you think? क्या आपको ये नई Bajaj Pulsar F250 पसंद आई? Will you spend your hard-earned money and bring this motorcycle home? Bajaj is still retailing the Pulsar 220F for some time till it gets discontinued, and then this might be your only semi-fed 250cc class Pulsar here in the Indian market. If you have any other queries about this bike, ask me in the comments below. I will be happy to help. The Pulsar N250 is a separate video, so do check it out. Always ride safe, Subscribe to the Credar channel, always wear your helmets and say no to stunting.